recently watched a video, and it was about the death of sincerity. And I can't remember who did it because I watch a lot of videos. I watch a lot of essays, essentially. Usually about stuff like, comic books and video games I'll never get around to experiencing. I don't typically watch essays on TV shows or movies unless I've already seen them. But in this case, they were talking about the lack of sincerity essentially in like comic book movies, Marvel movies specifically, but also Joss Whedon brought it over to the DCEU. Basically, the title of the essay was something like, well, that just happened. So what they mean is something crazy will happen. And then a character will turn around, well, that just happened. And basically it's like it's just blowing off any buy-in on this thing being real or us taking this seriously. And nobody's taking anything seriously anymore. There's no sincerity. You can find this on YouTube. If I can track down what the video was, I'll put it in the description. But it's a thing. Like, I've noticed it. I hadn't really vocalized. I hadn't really coalesced in my mind, but it has bothered me. I hate that everything's so cynical, especially you see this on social media. Nobody takes anything seriously. Nobody's allowed to express a sincere emotion. Apologies are never believed. If you don't apologize, then you're an asshole because you didn't apologize. But if you do apologize, people don't believe the apology, right? And yes, there are people who will do fake apologies, but I'm just saying, there's just broad attitude that just permeates almost every interaction you have these days, online and offline, where nobody's sincere about anything, nobody's real. Everything's fake and everything's for the views and for the engagements and for the money and everything is just like, if you're crying, you're forcing the tears. If you're not crying, you're a cold asshole. Like I said, I haven't really thought about it. I can't really vocalize it in any coherent way. I just don't like it. I don't like the lack of sincerity in current media, and I don't like the lack of sincerity in people, in interactions and stuff. I have people I talk to that try to break down everything I do on the channel in just a business point of view. Like, you do this for the business, you do this for the views, you do this for the algorithm and stuff. And, yes, I'm trying to make money here. I'm trying to live. If I don't make enough money, I don't have time to do these things, right? That's true. But I've never been motivated by money. Mom died. She had 27 cents in her wallet or something. I remember it was less than $1 change in her wallet. And had $43 in her bank account when she died. She died at the right time. I guess she could have bought a couple more drinks with the last $43, right? But I've kind of lived that same life. Earlier in my life I had a lot more money. And it's winding down. And that's one of the reasons why I think I'm going to die soon, probably. It's just this whole thing with mom and money and stuff. Maybe I measure my lifespan and how much money is in my bank account. Which means I probably should have died about a year ago. But I'm just saying that, since I've never been motivated by that stuff, and enough is enough for me. If I am not starving today, I have enough. I never go down the path of breaking everything down into analytical finances and this business and the channel has to be this big for me to be content. Is the Walter White thing? How big is enough? How big does the pile have to get? How big does a pile of likes and interactions and comments and views and subscribers have to get? For me, I'm just trying to get to 500 so I can monetize it and have more. I don't have to take side jobs. I can spend more time on the channel. That's my only goal. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers. They dropped it from 1,000. If I can get to 500 subscribers and monetize the channel, I can spend all my time on this instead of 60% of my time having to take side jobs just to make ends meet, right? And after that, it's not going to be a Walter White scenario. Well, no, now I have to get to 1,000. Then I have to get to 10,000. Then I have to get to 100,000. Then I have to get to 1,000,000. And it's just, my point is, since I'm not motivated by this kind of thing, I haven't fallen into the trap of everything has to be broken down and very scientifically, analytically. Every emotion, every intro, you have to teach yourself Photoshop to give thumbnails so that more people will watch if you have thumbnails. And you have to have clever and snappy titles, and you have to have the shocked face. You Photoshop the shocked face with the other person, somebody from the episode. And it's You're looking like you just discovered fire in these thumbnails. These thumbnails are ridiculous. Like, it's just nobody is that shocked by. Sometimes you are, but every episode you're that shocked. So the whole thing just feels. This is all part of the same conversation. The whole thing just feels cynical, feels shallow, and just feels insincere, right? So what's my point of all this? This anime and One Piece too, but we're here in Naruto, so I'm going to talk about Naruto. Has a genuine sincerity that it took me a while to realize. It wasn't until I watched the video that I'm talking about where it coalesced in my brain. That's what I like the most about this show. It has a sincerity. It's not cynical. It's not, well, that just happened. Or they're not, yes, they do cliffhangers. They're trying to get you to come back next week. But it doesn't feel like anything's in here for shock value. Look at how much time they spent on Gaara last episode. You don't need us to empathize with the enemy. I assume he's going to be an enemy. I don't know the end game here, but you don't need us to empathize with the enemy to have an exciting story. In the original Star Wars trilogy, we didn't need to empathize with Darth Vader. He was just a badass. Gaara's a badass. We don't need to know that he was abused as a kid, and he's lonely, and he's basically the dark reflection of Naruto. We don't need to know that to be excited and come back and watch next week. So they didn't do it for that purpose. It wasn't some cynical, analytical, okay, this will get us the most views next week if we do this. It feels like they're just telling a good story. They want to explore that, and so they do. Now, I know they're taking from the original manga, but the showrunner still can decide what to leave in and what to take out. They did it with Sakura. They damn sure did it with Sakura. So there is a sincerity. There is an authenticity. They just want to tell a good story. They're not just trying to clickbait. This isn't to sell toys. This isn't G.I. Joe. We're here to sell toys. It's sincere. And they wear their heart on their sleeve. And characters have emotions. I actually got super emotional in that Sakura-centric episode for that reason. Because they give a shit. They're not afraid and they're not embarrassed to have two characters crying and hugging each other. And they're not going to make a joke, a Marvel Cinematic Universe joke. Well, look at those two girls. Girls will be girls. They don't feel the need to do that to undercut. Like, okay, we understand this is embarrassing, but we got to throw the bone to that segment of the demographic because our analytics say you have to give 3.2% of your screen time to girls hugging every 3 episodes. They do it because they want to. And so basically what I'm saying is I appreciate this show for sincerity because I'm getting kind of sick of modern day stories just never taking anything seriously, never being sincere, never having true emotion. So I appreciate the shows that still do. Yellow Jackets comes to mind. I recently finished watching Chainsaw Man, and I'm not sure it is a sincere show, to be honest with you. Taken under this lens, it feels like there's a lot of shock value. There's a lot of lowest common denominator. It's definitely funny and it's exciting. It was interesting. I wasn't bored for a single second. But I don't think I was ever truly emotional with any of it. The characters had shallow goals. And it's okay to tell that kind of story if you want to. But I'm just saying, I think it's an overall sentiment. And so I appreciate this show a lot. That's all I want to say. Another damn long intro to start a recording session. I always start off with a long intro and then I progressively get shorter as I get more into the story. And I'm like, okay, yeah, this is what we're doing. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. I never plan the intros out. Okay, so this is episode 59, and we're going on 1. 3, 2, 1. Yep. Yeah. Hey, man, don't be throwing those damn. I forgot to take this away too. So I guess we're doing a tournament today. I heard you say final round. Damn it. Yeah, we ain't seen much of his ramen eating, considering how much was in the first few episodes. Anyway, you owe us $500. You eat too much. Wow. That's a lot of. Where's the ramen at, man? That's a lot of crap piled on top. The hell is this? I like how the subtitle said Pops. I heard Mr. Chef, which I think is a lot more respectful. I'm gonna eat this full ass lobster with chopsticks. That was an entire effing lobster. Yep. Wasting money on food. Where are you going with this? You all should quit. Damn, dude. No wonder you're out of money. I like their shenanigans music under this. I see the family resemblance actually. Now that they're standing side by side here. Even the hair is the same. You would think a kid would want to not look like their father. You know, everything's a drag. Why am I drinking out of a square box? Well, damn, this is dynamic got twisted around, didn't it? He doesn't know. Wow, that tells us everything we need to know about that relationship. God damn, man. He doesn't know. Holy shit. They love the feet shots. I was rewatching the previous episode, and it's been in every episode, but they had a lot of feet shots, close-ups of the feet. I wonder, is that just cheaper animation? Not to be cynical myself, but there's a lot of it in this. Another thing I really noticed I loved about that with Guard, yeah, play with your little puppet. Yeah. That puppet is creepy, man. They did Guard in the hospital when he was leaving. He was doing a lot of heavy breathing, and it's just something about that really struck a chord with me. Like they didn't have to do that in the voiceover booth, and they did it, and they added it into the experience, right? Just to show there's just more character texture, It's such a small thing. I don't think we're getting the actual tournament today. This is just this episode. This is just all the setup. Yep. I bet it is marked in his calendar. I can't sleep before big days. The other day I had to drive twice to the Charlotte airport in one day, and each time was a 3 hour round trip. Couldn't sleep a wink the night before because I had to sleep and I couldn't. And whenever I have to sleep, I can't. I suppose. Oh, so you're being an asshole today. Cool. Yeah. Snapping people's heads off who are trying to help you is not the move there, buddy. Yes, Bug Boy. You got collecting more minions? Nice sleeping cap. Yeah. Yep, pretty much. Dumbass. Have you been researching him? Great. You might as well go back to sleep, buddy. It's not looking good. I don't know that he's gonna make it. I don't think it's guaranteed since it's just a promotion they're looking for. I can see him losing, and then they'll have him achieve that rank off screen, like because we're not going to go through the whole tournament again, right? I can totally see that happen. It probably, if I'm going to predict, I'm going to say he will win or advance far enough to get promoted, right? But what I'm saying is another foot shot. What I'm saying is I would not be shocked in the slightest if he loses. So to me, anything goes, which increases the stakes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Number one rookie, right? Which means he didn't make it last year. Which is you could be the number one rookie this year, which means you don't make it this year. Yeah, yep, that'll make the difference. I like his false bravado. Yeah, if you made it this far, you're pretty good. At least at fighting. I know that's not everything when it comes to this the discipline. So I don't know what's funnier, her little gasp or the way she ran around the post. Why are you here? I just told you. I ship these two. Tell me how to kill him. Incredibly. You're gonna get your ass kicked, buddy. Yeah. You won't, but you might be able to. Again with this false bravado. This is really good. See character work, man. They're taking this time with their time with this. This isn't setting up some massive cliffhanger here, right? Like I love that about the show. Anime does this a lot, right? I don't think I've ever seen anybody in real life do this. It feels like they don't know what they want to do with the characters' hands. I don't know. I just never seen anybody do that. Oh shit. Yeah, well, you showed yourself something. That's important, right? I picked up on it. I was hoping it would have this effect on her. She needs more confidence. It's not even necessarily she has a crush on, which I'm sure she does have one. It could be more like hero worship. That's a different dynamic. And it's probably healthier as long as you don't take it too far. I like that he's not making eye contact with her. He's got his head down. That is a terrible way to say that. No, that's good. Yep, like I said, hero worship. Because you're not. Well, Sting is perfect, but, he's the only one. Now I'm going to hide behind the post. Yep. See, again, like this conversation could never happen today. people be mocking it mercilessly, right? He's just stating his feelings, but it's context. He's doing it to a person he feels safe with, right? Oh shit, a loser? Wow, dude. Well, that was a savage takedown. That was a savage takedown considering what she just did for you, dude. There's something there's something to be said for not being too honest, right? She only heard the good part, thank God. Yeah, you might want to get to that there, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna stop by Arby's first. Oh, you were here to meet somebody. I'm gonna go watch this. I'm paralyzed. That blew her brain, man. She blew a gasket. His dog is so cute. I can't believe he used his dog as a weapon. That's just unbelievable, man. When that dog got his ass kicked and was laid out, man, that's one of the funniest things in the entire series. He was out, man. You knock that dog the F out. Nobody cares. Should have left earlier. Dumbass, you're disqualified. We ain't got time for this. Yeah, I'm late, but I have time to stop for a conversation. Are you serious? Oh, okay, you got a shortcut. I guess this was worth it. He's taking you to Arby's. Like, you trust this? Dude. Yeah, thanks, but why are you just crawling in the weeds here? Dumbass. Wow. Incompetent! Man, I'm not trusting you twice. Oh, shit. Wait. He's trying to trick you, man. This is the other dude. This ain't the kid he thinks it is. Yeah, this is a trick, man. That ain't him. It's a shapeshifter or a clone or something. Unbelievable. I can't believe you fell for this. Dumbass. One of these days we're going to learn you, boy. Yes. Uh huh. You lose. He's going to get disqualified. They call this a stupid tax. Idiot. Unless that's right outside the arena, you're a fucking idiot. This is called a trick, dumbass. Uh huh. Yeah. You're a clone or a shapeshifter. Yeah. Why don't you take this highway to hell over here? Why is it? It's either a trick or this is a filler episode. They had a good conversation. Now they got these shenanigans. If this is on the up and up, this is filler. I think it's a trick. Super Bowls, huh? Why would you trust this? Dude, it started 5 minutes ago. Yeah, that's right. Buck him off. I've made three mistakes in a row. Come on, trust me for a fourth time. Okay, now I've got a hang glider off this cliff going in the opposite direction. Kick his ass. Like I said, fool me once, shame on me. I don't think that's how it goes, but you know what I mean. You fooled me three times. Fooled me four times, shame on me. Ah, I see. The red, huh? Yeah. Uh huh. Yeah, I guess it's just filler. Unless they pull back to reveal that he's a shapeshifter. I mean, as filler goes, it's entertaining, but like I was totally suspicious. Excellent. They chickened out. I wonder if you're disqualified by missing the beginning, or just disqualified by missing the beginning of your match. Like, say you're the fourth match of the day. Can you skip the first three? I think that's a pertinent question. Because you're a moron. Why would you stop and talk to the kid in the first place? Yeah, let's waste some of our chakra here early on. Hey, man, each bull's got a target. Oh, shit. They're heading you off at the pass. How sentient are these clones? These clones seem to have their own autonomy and agency when they go off out of his sight. Hey, clones, just stand there and form a line and let the bulls like have to try to bowl through you. That bull's coming in. Sorry, you're disqualified. Too late. Emphasis on idiot. What are you, the narrator? That's all that dude says, by the way. What a drag. There are no bulls out there. It's all in your head. Oh, yeah. That sounds lucid. Yeah. What? We're having a conversation, a hole. That's not fidgeting, that's talking. There's a lot you can do with sound. They don't have to animate the crowd, they can just do the sound noise, right? I mean, do a couple close ups, but you know what I'm saying? Like animating a bunch of different individual heads, that takes forever. We don't have the budget for that. Yep. See, now you're talking. Is that fidgeting? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it wasn't a manga, but to me, it felt like they had a great scene with Hinata. Just absolutely, I love that scene so much. And they want to end with the start of the tournament before they proceed the tournament, so they need some way to, bridge the 10 minutes in between, right? So we got this. Wouldn't it have been interesting though if that had been a shapeshifter that was intentionally trying to divert him? Now here's another thing: a couple other people are missing, so maybe that is what happened. They just haven't revealed it yet. Maybe a bunch of like say it's the Leaf Village or whatever. I still haven't gotten my head exactly what all the villages are, which ones are good and evil, how big they are. That'll come in time. But let's just say Leaf Village, for instance. They have a bunch of minions in town today, each one of them shape shifting and trying to distract one of the people they don't want to show up so they can just get a bunch of disqualifications. Move forward, right? So I assume at some point you have to at least fight one person to prove your worth to get the promotion, because they said not they could get through this and nobody gets promoted, right? So I don't know how much value there is into doing this. You would want some of these weak people, like I would want Naruto to show up, because theoretically, outside looking in, he's the weakest opponent. He's youngest. He has the least experience. He's been his current rank the least amount of time, just about. So, of all the ones I tried to trick into not showing up, it would be Garib. It would be a couple of these other really scary people. You know, it wouldn't be the low hanging fruit, right? You would want those easy matchups you can win and advance to the next level. But that aside, I can see that since they made such a point of emphasizing, they've said it several times that several people are missing, and then we saw what happened with Naruto. I wonder if this is an overall conspiracy. It'll be interesting if that's what it is. Otherwise, it's filler. So we'll see.